My name is Jose Mullor. I'm the CEO of Bionos Biotech, and I used to be a researcher. I used to have my own lab and have my own projects, and I also collaborated with companies. Obviously, we were doing research projects for the companies, and they became bigger, and I tried to contact more companies and try to offer what we were doing as a laboratory, as a research laboratory. At some point, it just made sense to have a company to gather all these projects. We founded a spin-off with my research institute, and they participated in the spin-off, and we started talking to companies, and that was very different to talking to other researchers, because they were not interested in my research, they were interested in their problem. And that was very difficult to understand at the beginning and to see how we could solve their problems. So first I would go and talk about my research with my PowerPoint presentation, and little by little I understood that that was not how I should approach my clients, that I should understand their problems and try to solve them. And that's how we started developing protocols and assays to solve their problems, which is the main issue that we have to solve when transitioning from academia to the business world. Most of the time, the main problem is that we don't talk the same language, that we don't speak the same words, we don't talk about the same problems. For an academic, for a researcher, our problem is the next publication, trying to get funded, asking for a publicly funded project, for a grant. However, for a business person, for a company, their problem is to sell more, to reach their consumer, to reach their clients, and to offer a better product, to develop new products that are better, that fill up a niche in the market. How can we help them do that? Either by developing new products that they can sell, by developing new services that improve their products, and that's where we need to meet, the businessman and the research man. And we need to speak the same language. So a research person cannot talk only about their science, about their discovery, about the new gene that performs a new function. They need to talk many times just about the knowledge that they already have, and how that knowledge, that may be simple for them, they may be very basic to them, but the businessman has no idea of how to do that, how to analyze big data, how to analyze the genome, or how to analyze metabolomics, or the different types of mass spectrometry that there is. So just talking about their knowledge, their expertise to the businessman, and how they can solve the problem. And the businessman has to try to understand how researcher thinks, and that maybe they're thinking about solving a problem that may not be the main problem, but that expertise can be used to solve another problem. And that interaction, that common language, is what we need to work on. So if you want to start a project that's important for companies, you first want to ask the question whether that project, that solution, is going to be important for the companies and is going to have a market share. To understand that, you have to talk to the companies. You have to go and talk to them, have to set up the meetings to understand what their problem is, if they have a problem, or if they have a solution already, if your solution is actually better than the solution they already have. And by understanding this and understanding what is the goal of your project, you will probably write a better project, you will write a better exploitation plan, and you will focus on solving that particular problem. Obviously, you will have side projects for more basic research and more academic needs, but these will focus your research and your project to solve market needs.